Hi my favorite people, welcome to the world of fully hooded eye makeup. My name is Vera, I'm a professional makeup artist and I have fully hooded eyes with downturned outer corner. In this video we are going through the do's and don'ts for hooded eyes, and kind of the same techniques also apply to deep set eyes and monolids. I'll show common mistakes and then the more flattering lifted alternatives so you can understand the geometry behind every step. Some examples in this video come from public forums. They're fully anonymized, cropped to the eye area only and shared with respect for learning purposes, never criticizing. We are here to study eye shapes, technique, and placement in a safe and educational way. Let's begin from don'ts. Don't apply concealer on the eyelid, but if you still do, please avoid satin or dewy bases. On hooded folds, not only it creases instantly and melts away, it's getting patchy, and on mature eyelids emphasizes texture. Big brush spreads pigment everywhere and removes precision. And don't use your natural crease as a guide. Avoid satin or semi-glossy eyeliner gels. If your eyes are fully hooded, these formulas are a disaster. Huge mistake is placing this shiny gel above the actual lash line, leaving the real lash line untouched. By the way, this flat blender by Happy Eyelids was designed specifically to help you place eyeshadow in the correct outer corner geometry. And for mapping, it's so easy to use creamy, colorful eyeshadow base. It grips, doesn't dust off, and lets you practice precise placement. Hold the brush parallel to the direction of your lower waterline, then barely touching, move on top of the crease. This brush and eyeshadow placement lets the eyeshadows sit correctly above the fold, gives you visibility when the eyes are open, and it keeps your outer corner clean, lifted, and structured. And don't move further than the highest point of the crease, like for example here. So then my signature bullet brush collection that I'm so proud of, they are like microsurgical tools for hooded eyes. They will help you to soften the edges easily and precisely. The process becomes so much better. Also, don't use satin eyeliner gels on the lower lash line. And don't line your lower waterline if you're not going to smoke out your lower lash line. And of course, keep big brushes on the lower lash line too. About lashes and glue, it's not about how long you have to wait until you stick the lashes. It's about how much glue you're putting. Don't place your false lash band on the eyelid instead of the lash line. When the band sits too high, it adds weight above the natural hinge of the eye and creates droop instead of lift. Now in the area when you have a fold or wrinkle at the outer corner that drops downward and clashes with the natural angle of your lower lash line, so that conflicting geometry creates the unwanted curve or gap at the outer V. So the mini bullet brush with its micro size lets you get right under the upper fold and feel the tiny gap where the upper and lower outer corners don't meet. Feeling that outer corner gap, see how this tiny brush fits right under the fold, and I'm connecting the lower lash line to the upper corner so the shape becomes even and lifted. No curve, no deep, just a clean outer V. You can also go a little wider like this because just keep in mind that in the end you are going to clean and align everything with the bullet brush or with the flat definer. It depends. I'm going to show you two ways. And as you can see, as I placed on the eyelid tiniest amount of eyeshadow base, the tiniest possible, just like a tint, not like a coverage, so it doesn't crease at all. And then for mascara, I'm always using tubing mascara instead of waterproof or regular mascara, because if it's not tubing, it's going to transfer and smudge. Dark tubing mascara is the GOAT. One more most overlooked area is the inner corner and tear duct, which also refers to non-hooded eyes as well. All eye shapes, especially deep set eyes, must neutralize and even out that area for successful makeup results. Just imagine you have beautiful eye makeup, but that area is not done. And most people don't have the right small brushes to work there. Let's compare my trio bullet brushes to a standard concealer brush. A generic concealer brush is not bad. It's great for cream blush placement actually, but it's not built for the eye area. Yes, makeup application of course is still possible, but that area has the thinnest skin, micro folds and tiny shadows that must be blended inside the texture. So big concealer brush overpowers that area and bristles. My bullet brushes are thinner, silkier, more densely bundled and shaped for micro precision. This means they can blend, brighten and diffuse in places where a normal brush simply can't reach, especially the tear duct, inner corner, and under eye edges. I'm going to show you example on non-hooded eyes. Always neutralize discoloration. I love the technique and makeup on this eye. The only thing, bullet brush would blend the edges so amazingly and this makeup would turn out flawless. But because of the tear duct and harsh and blended eyeshadows above the crease, still looks like something off. So that's why you need small bullet brush for clean inner corner work, for precisely softening the edges. And by the way, it's so much easier to blend the edges with small brushes. The results comes out way quicker and way easier. Okay, now about lower waterline. Is so misunderstood and misleaded, and the key is technique, not avoiding it. You never place product on the eyeball across the entire rim. That's what causes irritation. Use a precise angled brush like by Happy Eyelids and tuck the color under the lash roots, avoiding the glance completely. If your lower waterline is pink or red, apply just the tiniest touch right at the outer part of the lash roots to even it out. You can choose nude or white, or I like to customize by mixing in my vibrant eyeshadow bases or muted bases depending on the look you want. Some eye shapes need a thinner, more vertical placement, others need it slightly wider towards the outer edge, but always stay in the lash root, not the eye. And if you went a little wider like I did, just take an eyeshadow base or powder eyeshadows, take the same clean angled brush and go a little higher, intensify the edge. Look what a beautiful effect. And again, it looks like too much when you are looking at my video and there's so much steps, but it's because I'm explaining to you and showing you, but you can customize it to your eye shape. And again, if you have in front of you the right brushes and products, if you already adjust it and you know exactly what looks good on your eye shape, the process becomes automated, fast, and most important, successful. Okay, now lash placement. Even half strip lashes don't work well because the curved band gets crushed by the upper eyelid, tilts downward and makes the eye look heavier. If the band sits on the eyelid instead of the lash roots, it becomes distorted, uncomfortable, and visibly droopy. This is what I often see in as well. Unblended, uneven gel liner. Sparkles are misunderstood too because people confuse them with satin and shimmer. Satin is the problem. It adds thickness and emphasizes texture, unless used as a tiny inner corner highlight. But sparkles are different. They are transparent, weightless, and give a diamond-like shine without adding texture, even on mature lids. You can apply them with fingertips or with a synthetic brush for adjustable payoff. My sparkles are fallout-free, feels undetectable even on the lips. Also wrong to use at the outer corner or along the lash line, short size lashes. I love to add 12 or 14 fishtails just at the outer corners for that lift and add on top mascara. So for clusters, I've used 12, 10, and 8, and then just at the outer corner again, I added fishtail in size 14, just a few of them, and look how nicely it lifted. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like I have too much makeup or too much fake lashes. I hope you liked this tutorial and found it helpful for you. If you know someone who struggles with eye makeup and complex eye shape, please share my content with them. They need to know that I exist. Thank you so much for your precious time. If you're still watching this video, seriously, you're so awesome. I love you for real, because who am I without this community? I'm truly grateful for each of you.